And they'll hand it off. Donaldson! Touchdown, Bucks! C.J. Donaldson. Manning, he'll throw it this time. Oh, it's intercepted. Matthews Jr. Saying, looking, goes deep, saying, Tate! Touchdown! Tater! Arch Manning guns it. Touchdown, Texas! Livingstone!
You guys thought we were done? We're not done. The midlife hour has just begun. Listen up. Breaking fucking news. The number 3 Ohio State Buckeyes defeated the number 1 Texas Longhorns in Columbus 14-7, kickstarting their national title defense with a statement win. Let's get straight to the good, shall we? Defense dominated. Yes, the good, the bad, the ugly. The defense dominated. Buckeyes defense under new coordinator Matt Patricia, shout out New England Patriots, shut out the Texas Longhorns until late in the fourth quarter. That's pretty damn good. They only yielded up, 336 total yards. That's fucking impressive for the first game. Arguably the first CFP matchup of the season, am I wrong?
Especially after losing as many players to the NFL draft as they did.
Man, we lost some super studs. Things that stood out to me, 4 fourth down stops, 2 of which were in the red zone, on the goal line. That's impressive, man, because as a Buckeye fan, not last year, but the prior years before that, we were struggling on defense, struggling. Matt Patricia has them going. Let's go to some notable players. Linebacker Arvell Reese and DB Jermaine Matthews Jr. stood out, with Matthews grabbing a game-shifting interception. That was beautiful. It's almost like he threw it right to him. You remember that play?
I surely did. Let's build this up a little bit, okay? We're talking about one of the most anticipated matchups of this college football season. You got Ohio State and Texas, 2 powerhouse schools, both lost a lot of players this offseason to the NFL draft. Ohio State being the number 1 college with the most players drafted, and Texas being number 2 right behind them. Beyond all of that, beyond the college football championship narrative that was going on, you got the key storyline of quarterback showdown and the hype behind him. Arch Manning, highly touted heir to the legendary Manning legacy. His off-field value in NIL is estimated at $6.8 million, something to that effect. Expectations are sky high for him. You know, he's now at the helm of this Texas football team, but the pressure, that's the questions. Will the pressure of being the starter, the pressure of his family legacy affect his performance? You know, you got Arch Manning prior to this college football season starting saying that Arch was not anticipating entering into the draft this offseason. He had to come out and say, hey, hold on a minute. You know, all cards are still on the board right now. And then Julian Sayin, redshirt freshman, stepping into the spotlight. Legacy echoes abound. No quarterback has ever beaten an AP number 1 team in his first career start since Harbaugh in 1984.
And that boy looked poised, dude.
Coach Harbaugh.
For game
For those
1.
Of you who don't know.
Game 1, solid game manager. Solid game manager. 13 of 20 passing, 126 yards and a touchdown. That's a game manager. That's Eli Manning, but better.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, and you know, with a name like Saiyan, you expect him to go Super Saiyan, and I thought about it. He can't do that in episode 1. He's got to save something to build up for the storyline, for the arc.
Just saying.
So, coaching adjustments. We saw in that first half, it was all defense all day, every down. Neither team could get much going until late in the second, when some very key defensive mistakes on Texas' behalf led to Ohio State driving down the field and ultimately scoring on a I formation drive, halfback drive, dive right up the middle. And getting points on the board. Texas, Steve Sarkisian has built a dynamic offense, but red zone efficiency remains a concern despite improvements. I think that was very evident today. On Ohio State, they got new coordinators on both sides of the ball. Defensive coordinator Matt Patricia leading a unit aiming to continue the Buckeyes' legacy of strong defensive tradition. I think that'll be easily accomplished for Matt Patricia. Any concerns? I know you're an Ohio State fan, but you are also an objective football fan, so you can make evaluations on both sides of the ball. We know what the outcome was. What do you think was so difficult for Ohio State moving the ball early on? Particularly some concerns with some wide receivers and their ability to close those hands.
So just real quick, shout out to the offensive line, 0 sacks this game. I just want to say that real quick. 0 fucking sacks. Anyway, the areas of the concern, like you're talking about, conservative game plan, right? Couldn't really
I
get
think
the
that's
run game,
expected for a game one.
but still couldn't get the run game going. That wasn't anything. 87 rushing yards for the game isn't very good for Ohio State, you know? Special teams failed to do anything. Special teams just looked like they were just out there to catch the ball and leave. And granted, a lot of those punts from Texas were really deep, but still, special teams just looked like shit. Other than that, I really don't have too many complaints. Obviously, the game plan for the offense is going to open up throughout the season. It didn't help playing, and I put this in quotations, the number 1 team in the nation. You know, to be the man, you got to beat the fucking man. And nobody beat us yet since the national title. Granted, we lost a lot of players, I get it. But you got to give us a chance to show that we can still maintain what we were able to accomplish last season, no? That's one thing I always didn't like about college football. And
I can agree with that assessment. And I think we share some of the same sentiments with regard to college football rankings. Like, it's a lot of hype. It's a lot of journalistic narratives that drive the rankings, and sometimes they're completely unfair. Like, look at Boise. The Boise got their S pushed in today. No, going back to the worries, like, I would be concerned if I was Ohio State about this wide receiver core and their ability to close their hands around a football. We're talking about check downs. We're talking about short out routes, and they're dropping the ball left and right. Now,
I think a lot of that
understand.
was nerves, Grizzly. I do. I think it was first quarter, second quarter. I think Jeremiah Smith dropped one. The new tight end we got, what's his name? Tarver. I don't remember his name. And I don't feel like I need to right now with that fucking third down drop that he had right out of bounds. Perfect pass by saying, just saying.
Wait till he gets that Nike sponsorship, right? Just do it. Just saying.
Let's talk about the defensive playmaker of the game, who I mentioned earlier, Jermaine Matthews Jr. His INT derailed Texas's drive and kind of helped steal that game. That was the only turnover of the game.
Talk about sticking to a wide receiver like Caramel, right? He was on that boy ass. Soon coming out of that break, cut him off to the ball. Easy, clean pick. It looked like there was enough separation right there until he read the quarterback. And obviously, you're starting to redshirt freshman. I don't know if he was staring down Arch threw that fucking interception. I'm mixing things up.
No, yeah, it was Eli Arch Manning that threw that shit.
Eli Archman, that's disrespectful.
He looked like Eli today. He didn't look like Peyton.
Yeah, he just got caught slipping, man. Like, he saw that ball was coming. As far as like star power and NFL futures for Texas side, linebacker Anthony Hill Jr., wide receiver DeAndre Moore Jr., and edge Colin Simmons were probably the key playmakers for them. For Ohio State, and obviously you're going to have your opinions, but the safety, Caleb Downs.
Oh, he's going to be first round draft pick easily.
When you go put a blanket on the coverage over the top, and you're asking your DBs just worry about what's in front of them.
That's a bad mother.
An easy recipe.
Shut your mouth. That's a bad mother. Shut your mouth.
You're giving your edges time to get to the quarterback or put pressure on the quarterback, right? Things just work good when you have a good safety. And then receiver for Ohio State, Carnell Tate, expected to make significant impacts, but we'll see.
For 2 years, he's been expected to make significant impacts. But to be fair, he had to play under Marvin Harrison Jr., which is, come on, man. You're not going to take his spot. And then Jeremiah Smith was a breakout freshman.
Was he there while JSN was there?
I believe he was, yeah. He's been there, I think, 3 years.
What about RJ Young?
When was RJ Young?
I guess that's saying everything we need to say.
But that's who I have for my offensive player of the game is Carnell Tate, because that 40-yard catch and grab, he was underthrown severely underthrown. And he damn near dropped it and took full contact, caught it, touchdown. So that dude, he has the hands and he has the talent. Like I said, when you're playing under Marvin Harrison Jr., when you're playing under Jeremiah Smith, who damn near had a Heisman Trophy season last year, come on, man. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. I think there's a couple like historical feats to talk about this game. San for Ohio becomes the first quarterback since 1984 to beat an AP #1 team in his debut, and Ohio State extends its season opener winning streak to 26 games, the longest in the nation, which is quite surprising, right? All the hype before today was that Ohio State was a team that had something to prove. But a 26 game streak for season openers, like you would think that people would have weighed that a little bit more in Ohio State's favor for this opening matchup, especially considering they're the defending champs. So,
Man, they were shitting on us before the game. Oh, Texas's defense is the #1 in the nation. Actually, ours looked like the #1 in the nation, if you want to talk about it. That was an incredible performance. An incredible performance. Considering Arch Manning is Jesus of the NCAA, according to ESPN and every other analyst. Come on, man. But shout out to Lee Corso on his last call, putting on Brutus for his helmet. I appreciate that, 90-year-old Lee Corso. You finished where you started off, buddy. And because of you, I think those kids played harder. I really do. So thank you for that. We needed that extra inspiration. I remember I went to one of your Chargers games, and I thought the Titans were better that year. This is maybe 10, 12 years ago. And Junior Seau's retirement jersey. That's all I have to say. And they didn't tell any of us that. And then we go out there as families up there. And as soon as I saw it, I said, we're getting blown the fuck out today. And we did. We got blown the fuck out. Similar.
So on to the future. Having opened the season with a big win over Texas, Ohio State's next game is versus Grambling State at Ohio Stadium. Get this. I'm not done. Following the season opener against Ohio, Texas will face San Jose State. Both these fucking teams scheduled easy pickings, just in case they came out of this game with injuries or with a big loss. So both should have big confidence boosts after next Saturday. Would you say?
Oh, absolutely. They're gonna blow those teams out the fucking water.
Oh man.
But we'll keep it short. And we just wanted to give you guys a post-game analysis of this Ohio State Buckeye, I can't say ass whooping, but impressive victory for week 1. And we'll catch you guys on the next podcast, DP.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody sticking around with us. We know it's been a little bit silent on the YouTube channel for the past couple of months. Bob's been on a mission trip in Costa Rica, building homes for
tree houses
Americans who have exported themselves voluntarily in protest to what's happening in the mainstream media. But we're back. He's back from his mission trip. He's got a little tan on him. He can speak a little bit of Spanish, un poquito. But no, in all seriousness, follow us this season as we followed the Ohio State Buckeyes in their journey to make it back to the championship. As always, IO.